Hello, my name is Chris Hahn, Head of Customization Services for ATS Lean Scheduling, and I'll be showing you our Shop Track-It software. This is a shop floor data collection tool we developed to be minimalistic and to work lightweight in a browser and accessible from anywhere in your network. The first screen you see here is the resource selection screen. It lists all of the resources and their current status as of the time the user's viewing it. We have them listed here in the sort order of the APS system to which they are integrated. And we'll be diving into the first one here, which is component assembly. When you select a resource, you can view all of the current operations scheduled to run on that resource in the order they were scheduled to run. At the top here, we can see the name of the resource, and then you have the active section, a stop section, a not started section, and if you scroll to the bottom, there is a completed section. As of right now, all of the operations assigned to this resource are in a not started status, and so let's change that. So first thing we'll do is we'll go and hit the start button here. This will pop up a window asking us what state we want to put the operation in, and if there's any additional notes or quantities we need to report at this time. We'll be putting this directly into a setup status, so we don't have to worry about any of that. We'll hit the save button, and it'll throw this operation into the active pane. We can now go back to the main resource selection screen and see that this resource is now running order A002. It started setup at 10:50 a.m. this morning. Let's say we've gone and finished all the setup. We can go back in to that resource, select update, and it will automatically set it to a running status. If something's gone wrong, we can also set it to a stop status. We can set things back to a not started status, or we can go straight to completed. So for now, we're going to just put it back into running. Now the job is running. We can go back and see that status again. It'll show us running, and now it is a light green color to indicate that this resource is currently running something. Once we are running the job, we can then go and hit the update button once again. In this case, it is set to automatically go back to a running status so that we can report some quantity completed against it. We can look here to the left and see that the scheduled quantity is 165. Let's say we've done 55 units, and we'll report that quantity now. So here you can see it's now told you there's 55 completed, 110 remaining. We can continue working in that manner, reporting transactional updates to the quantity, or we can hit the complete button, which will send it straight to complete status and report that all quantity was completed. So we've completed the job. If we wanted to, we can now go in and see the status of that job. By default, we see all the details, the actual setup times, and the scheduled setup times here. We can also see each individual activity against it and edit those activities. This functionality to edit transactions is only accessible to supervisors, and in a later video we'll review how to configure and set up supervisors. So we're now back to the same job. Let's say we've gone and completed all of the work against a specific job, or maybe you just want to report completions. You can also use just the complete button from this not started status to complete a job. It will automatically report the entire quantity, and you can move on with your day. We also have a final option here, which is referred to as the partial complete. This will register the job to a predefined state. That's a global state set up in the configuration options, and you can then report a quantity against it. Here we can say we've done maybe 75 out of the 165 and save it, and it'll automatically put it into the stop status. From there, we can start it again or hit complete and have the completed job. Once all jobs are completed, we can go back here and see that on this machine, the last operation was completed at 10:53 a.m., so this machine would now be available. On this machine, if we wanted to run only a specific order, perhaps skipping some or looking for a specific order in a larger list, we have the search option here, which allows us to search by order number. So let's say I wanted to schedule order M001 and search for that. It will filter the list down to just that order, and we could start it if we wanted to. Additionally, if we wanted to pull a job onto this machine from another machine onto which it was scheduled, we have the View All button. This allows you to open up the list of scheduled operations to all of the machines. It still sorts by the scheduled order, so we can see everything in the order it was supposed to run. Here we're looking at Metalworker 1. It does not filter by any sort of capabilities. It's just every job in the system. So this is more of a power user feature, and it can be turned off by user. Let's say we know that Metalworker 1 can run A102. We can then hit the start button there. It goes into setup time, and we can hit. Then we can see here that A102 has been moved from Welder 2 onto Metalworker 1, and we could then go through completing all the normal steps. From that point, we can go back to our resource selection screen. You can see all of these currently running or recently completed jobs on each machine. Next, we're going to look at the configuration options.